this video. If you're here, it's because there is a part of you that is searching, that is wishing, that is dreaming of feeling and being more confident. And in this video, I will give you some concrete steps, some concrete action that you will be able to actually do today and embody, and you can see a shift in an instant if you decide to practice what I'm going to be teaching. So hello once again, my name is Emily, Coach Emily. I'm a transformational life coach trained in mastery method. I'm also an energy healer. I'm an intuitive. I'm a mom, I'm a wife, and I'm so much more. And I'm so excited that you are here. So if you are here, please say hello. If the message resonates, please comment. I love to engage with you. This is a conversation. So thank you for being here. So number one, what are 5 ways for you to have more confidence? Well, the first step is recognizing the lack of your confidence. So there is some things to be said that we cannot change what we don't know, what we're not aware, there is no way that we can change. So if we do not have an awareness of our lack of confidence, then we're not really consciously able to make any change with regards to that. So number one, be aware that, yeah, maybe there is a part of you that feels that is not very confident. And guess what? Newsflash, you're not alone. I used to have so much lack of self-confidence in myself, and I've learned so many things and tricks and tips, and I'm going to be sharing all of that in this video. So number one, just recognize it. Just recognize and just breathe into it. Literally, like, breathe into the part of you that feels like she or he or however you identify is not having confidence. Just do this with me for a second. There you go. And just allow that part of you to just exist without any judgment. Just allow that version of you to be here, lacking confidence, and just allow without judgment. Just breathe love and acceptance where in your body you are feeling that, maybe that contraction. Full allowing. Just doing that, you're actually starting to shift because you are meeting it. And meeting something allows you to transmute it, allows you to shift it. That is an act of self-love, just meeting any part of you that are not fully integrated yet. Okay. Number 2, check in if you have any judgment with regards to yourself, with regards to your lack of confidence. I remember I must have been 4, 5, 6, maybe 6, 7 years ago. I remember I had gone to the gym, I got in the car, and I was ready to go live on Facebook. And I remember thinking, wow, I don't trust myself. And it was like a moment where I was like, it was big to admit to myself that I didn't trust myself and that I didn't have confidence in myself. And I was true to my true feelings. And in that moment, I realized that I was holding some judgment towards myself, because there's a part of me that thought that I should know how to be confident, that I shouldn't judge, that I should trust myself. Like I had this expectation of myself of how I should be, and that I wasn't. And I was upset with that. Hello, beautiful soul. Hi, Becca. Thank you for being here. So the number 2 things that I would want to invite you, if you find yourself judging yourself, if you're not where you want to be, if you're not confident, is to literally forgive yourself. Literally forgive yourself for that. And just say, I forgive myself for buying into the misunderstanding. You might want to write it down, that I should be more confident now, or that I should trust myself more. The truth is, and then just say your truth. Your truth is your truth. Your truth is not my truth. The truth is, I'm doing my best, and I'm learning, and I'm excited to learn to grow that even more within myself. That's my truth. All right. So that's step number 2. Step number 3, how are you 5 ways to have more confidence? Step number 3 is, I want you to take a moment. I want you to imagine, what would that version of you that is very confident, that is really, that is trusting of herself or himself, like that version of you, how does that version of you walk in life? How does that version of you talk? How is that version of you moving through life? That version of you that is confident. I want you to imagine, you can close your eyes. I want you to imagine that version of you that has actually done the work that you're about to do, or you're in the process of doing. How is that version of you? Like, does that person have shoulders like this? Or that version of you is standing proud, How is that version of you walking down the street, entering into a room? How is that version of you showing up at work? What type of words does that version of you use? Does that person of you use a quiet voice, or does that version of you has a bit of a louder voice? And there's no right and there's no wrong way. I want you to imagine, how does that version of you that is, if you could imagine, if you don't know what that version of you looks like because you've never been there, that's okay. I want you to imagine, if you could imagine a version of you that is more confident, what would that feel like? So go with the feeling. It would feel this, and how that look like. And that we're literally trying to reverse engineer it. This is the process of reverse engineering. Look at the end result of where you're heading and reverse engineer so that you can build it and make it. So that's step number 3. And step number 4, now that you've imagined that version of you, how would that version of you walk, talk, act, move through life? Now your job is to embody that version. Literally, it's to remember, like there's a coaching process that I do with my client. It's literally called an embodiment process. And it's so powerful, where I take people from exactly where they are embodied into where they are, into what would that feel and look like, into being fully embodied, 10 out of 10 of your confidence or your self-trust, or playing full out. There's different way we can do this exercise, but I want you to embody. What does that mean to embody? It means to like, if your shoulders are like that and you're very quiet and you don't take any initiative, and it's literally to embody, is to bravely roll your shoulder, is to bravely lift up your head, is to bravely speak up with your voice, is to bravely walk and breathe safety to the part of you that might not feel safe to fully express herself fully. But it's to bravely embody. It's to know that there is a version of you that already exists, that is already fully confident, fully self-trusting, walking and taking action, and really having the time of her life. That version of you exists, and that version of you is now. This video was inspired today because one of my clients is taking some huge step today, and it's requiring her right now, before she's moving to do whatever she's meant to do today. I was reminding her on a message today to really take a deep breath and embody that version, that confident version, that already I have arrived version, and to bridge. What we're doing is we're bridging the gap. It's normal to have self-doubt. We all have them. It's normal to have fear. It's not, all of this is normal because it's our ego brain trying to keep us safe, not trying to hurt us. It's just trying to keep us in survival mode. So anytime you're trying to do something that is outside whatever is familiar, whatever is comfortable, your body is going to create some sort of tension and resistance, so that you, as an alarm to keep you safe. And your job is to remember to breathe, and to tell your body, tell your mind, I am safe now. I'm okay. Thank you for trying to keep me safe. And I'm choosing to move forward. I'm choosing to remember to embody the grandest version of me that is integrated and embodied. Not perfect, not better version. No, it's not that that version is better than you. That version of you is integrated. That version of you has done the healing work, has done the embodiment work. That version of you is kind, loving, compassionate, understanding, forgiving. That version of you, when that version of you makes a mistake, it's truly, it's forgiven, and it's integrated. That version of you understand there's no all positive, and it's not just all light and rainbow. There's like light, and then there's shadow, and then that version of you brings light to the shadow. That version of you has this level of awareness and consciousness that is guiding you. That's my message, is to remember, to remind you to remember that that version of you is you and exists indeed, and is available for you to access, to remember now in this. It doesn't have to take you 3 years to remember that. No. It could take you a couple of days, could take you a couple of months with some work, some inner work. It could take you a very short amount of time. And number 5 is to take the aligned action guided from this highest version of you. So if you if you recognize, if you, right, step one, you recognize. If two, you forgive yourself for your lack of confidence and any judgment you might have with regards to that. Three, you take a moment to imagine what would that version of you walk, talk, embody, and feel like and walk in life. Four is the remembrance to embody that version of you. And five is to take the aligned action guided from that highest version. So if I was to ask you, what is your next most aligned action step for you to take in this moment? And that requires, I teach my clients not to go here, because the mind is active. The mind might say, I need to do this, and then your heart and soul, your highest version, might say, no honey, you need to take a deep breath and breathe and don't do anything right now. Or your highest version might be saying, call that person. You remember that idea that you have, this, and you might be like, oh my God, that's scary, but that is the grandest, highest version idea. So many times in my coaching session, I ask my clients, what's your next aligned action? And if I see that they're going right away from their head, I say, take a moment, take a deep breath, pause, close your eyes, go in and check in. Is this the right aligned? And aligned action is not any action. It is an action that is in alignment with your grandest vision of truth and embodiment of what it is that you are calling forward. I hope that makes sense. This was so much love for me to share. If this was of value, thank you so much for liking this video. If you feel called to share with a friend, I would be so grateful. If you're not subscribed yet, consider subscribing right over here and hitting the notification bell so you don't miss any of my other uploads. I believe in you. I'm sending you so much love. Thank you for being here. And by the way, if you would like to receive a free gift from me, I have created a higher self remembrance activation. It is free. If you check into the description of the video, there will be a link for it. All you have to do is share your email and I will send the remembrance to your email. I will not spam you. This is my email list. I only share content that are inspiring, and you can unsubscribe at any time. Sending so much love. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for being there. I love you. Bye.